Trending on Twitter yesterday was Hunter Biden, and I believe also hashtag racist Biden was trending. And here's the reason why. This is some reporting from the Daily Mail. They say, exclusive, Hunter Biden addressed his white lawyer as N-word multiple times, used phrases like true dat N-word, and bantered, I only love you because you're black, in shocking texts unearthed days after Joe's emotional Tulsa speech decrying racism. Text messages obtained by DailyMail.com reveal Hunter Biden used the N-word multiple times in banter with his lawyer. The president's son, 51, flippantly addressed corporate attorney George Mesires, who is white, by the racial slur, with phrases including true dat N-word. In a December 2018 conversation, Hunter asked him, how much money do I owe you? Because, N-word, you better not be charging me Hennessy rates. In another chat a month later, Hunter cracked jokes about his penis and then told him, I only love you because you're black. Now, the Daily Mail continues, by the way, and they say, Hunter also saved a meme on his computer, or maybe his phone, I don't know, with a photo of his father hugging Barack Obama with a caption describing a joke conversation. So here's the way that joke conversation goes. Obama says, I'm going to miss you, man. Joe Biden says, can I say it just this once? Obama says, sigh. Go ahead, Joe. And Joe Biden says, you my N-word, Barack. Okay. So that's the gist of the story. One of Trump's idiot sons was running with this and tweeting about it and playing the fake outrage game. So there's a bunch of things I want to say. First and foremost, what happened to the right being against political correctness? What happened to the right being against political correctness? Now, if this was some right-winger joking around in text saying N-I-G-G-A, would anybody on the right be like, oh, how dare you? If it was Steven Crowder who was caught in this situation, would anybody on the right care? Or would they all defend it and say they're joke conversations, get over it? We do edgy jokes. That's what we do. The only reason they're going after him is because politically he's nominally associated with the left or the Democrats because he's Joe Biden's son. That's it. So my point is, if you're against cancel culture, be against cancel culture. If you're against political correctness, be against political correctness. Don't be a fucking hypocrite because you can score some cheap partisan points. The other point is, I love how they keep bringing up in the article, this is days after Joe Biden gave a speech decrying racism in Tulsa. Last time I checked, Hunter Biden is not Joe Biden. He's his son, but who fucking cares? Are you responsible for what your son does? Are you responsible for what your dad does? If they do something, are you allowed to get tarred with it? And do you think that's reasonable when that happens? It's just, they're reaching so hard. Reach. That just seems like absolute nonsense. Bring up Joe Biden's anti-racist speech and compare him with this. And then the other point is this. Listen, I'm in favor of transparency where it's merited. So if you have some private exchanges about some corrupt deal going down, like, by the way, with Hunter and Burisma, what did I say throughout that whole scandal? If you're on the left, don't fucking defend Hunter on this. Don't defend Joe Biden on this. They're corrupt. Taking money from a Ukrainian energy company. The whole point they were giving Hunter money, the whole reason for that is so they had access to Joe and could get favors from Joe. If you don't see that, you're a clown. That's obviously what it was. So if you release private exchanges talking about that, I'll defend the release all day long. We should have transparency. We should uncover corruption. But my position on it, when it's private conversations that have nothing to do with corruption or nothing to do with war crimes or things of that nature, is, the fuck are you doing? This is a wanton violation of their privacy. Two people having a joke around conversation as buddies. This has nothing to do with corruption. This has nothing to do with war crimes. This has nothing to do with any sort of government transparency and holding people accountable. So what the fuck? He has a right to privacy. They have a right to privacy. Nobody else should get in their fucking business. Again, I believe in full transparency and openness, WikiLeaks style, Edward Snowden style. If you're exposing NSA spying, exposing war crimes, exposing corruption, Release all the private correspondence, because we have a right to know that as American citizens. Do we have a right to know this as American citizens? A private conversation between Hunter and his lawyer? Fuck out of here. Of course we don't. And by the way, again, I'm consistent. I would say this if it was somebody on the right or Hunter, who I guess is nominally on the left. I don't know who even really knows what his fucking politics are. Just because his dad is Joe Biden, I'm supposed to think he's like right in line with everything Joe Biden believes? That's ridiculous. And then, listen, my final point is the most controversial one, which is, who cares? So, listen, admittedly, I'm the last person in the world who's in a position to judge this. Because everybody knows, oh, I have a glorious, long, infamous track record with old tweets. So much so that they're probably the most popular old tweets of anybody's old tweets. And I made a decision on principle that, yes, that's part of me, that's part of who I am or who I was. Everybody deserves to see it. They deserve to see the funny things and the good things that I still defend. And they deserve to see the things that would make me cringe today that I don't agree with anymore. But I believe in transparency. I believe in that openness for myself. And I put those things out publicly. So I'm in no position to judge anybody when it comes to this stuff. But having said that, I'm still going to give my opinion. My opinion is this. Who cares? It's a private conversation and they're joking around. Now, would my opinion change if it was Nigger? Oh, you bet your ass it would. My opinion would be on the substance of it, not the right of whether or not it should have been released, but on the substance of it, I would say, I don't like that. I think that's unacceptable. I don't think anybody who's white, or maybe even anybody, period, should use Nigger, because that's like the definition of racism. But I think the context is entirely different if it's Nigga. I do. I'm sorry. Now, maybe in the year 2021, as a fucking 30-some-odd-year-old white kid, I'm not allowed to fucking say that. Okay, fair enough. But I'm not wrong. I'm not wrong. There's a big difference between Nigga and Nigger, and anybody who's being honest about it will say that. Now, you're allowed to have the opinion both are unacceptable, but one is more unacceptable. That's a fair opinion. That's a fair opinion. But you're definitely not allowed to say that they're the fucking same, because they're not the fucking same. Not even close. Using Nigga in a joke conversation with your buddy privately is nowhere near Nigger, which is by definition racist and is only used in racist contexts. So, listen, again, I know I'm the last person who's in a position to be able to judge this stuff, but I don't care about this thing. I don't care about what Hunter's saying privately to his lawyer or his buddy or his girlfriend or whoever. Listen, Hunter's got a million problems. He's an addict. He had sex with and was with his dead brother's ex-wife or whatever. The guy obviously has problems, but I'm not going to judge that shit because everybody's got issues. I'm not judging that shit. The shit I judge is the corruption. The shit I judge is the pay-to-play stuff. The shit I judge is being born with a silver spoon in your mouth, born on third and thought you hit a triple. That's what I judge. That's what I judge, as any reasonable person should. But this, I'm not judging at all. Not even close. So, again, I don't know how spicy this take is. I don't know how nuclear it is. There's going to be a lot of you who agree with me, but maybe there's a lot of you who disagree with me vehemently. I don't know, but the whole thing is a little silly to me. The people who are anti-cancel culture and anti-political correctness all of a sudden are pro-cancel culture and pro-political correctness. And it's all because partisan hack culture war bullshit. And listen, in context, I don't even think this is that bad. And again, furthermore, this is a private conversation, and this is not something where the public has a right to know. You have a right to know about corruption and war crimes and things of that nature. You don't have a right to know about a joke conversation behind the scenes. I mean, come on, get the fuck out of here. So, I know, but that's the point, guys. Main point is, this is all they fucking have on the right. This is it. What did Hunter do today? Did he do meth? Let's talk about that for a week and a half. Nobody fucking cares. Nobody cares. And this is not a drag down on Joe, because Joe and Hunter are not the same person. There's a million reasons to go after Joe, and I do it. This is not one of them. So, get the fuck over it. Get over yourselves. All you do is culture war shit because you don't have anything when it comes to the economy, because you don't have anything when it comes to foreign policy. You'd be talking about that if you had anything that was popular on that front. You don't. You don't. So all day long, it's Hunter, 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 Hunter. He's not even fucking elected. He sits around and jerks off all day. Why the fuck do I care about what Hunter's doing? Jesus Christ, I can't. All right, anyway, there you have it. Hunter N-word scandal. Scandal. You make your own mind up.